I started this stream because I've been meaning to do this video for a while. For those of you that don't know and might watch this stream, the channel is Badass Nation. I am Badazzgoonsquad. I am the host, hence as to why it says Nation and Goon Squad. It's the channel and me. I want to get right into this pretty much while it's on top of my head. It's just, I've been wanting to do this video for so long because, I mean, most of the shit... Hey, what's up, Aiden? Before you ask, we can play later. I'm gonna get this video in right now. It's only gonna be like 10 or 15 minutes. I've just been meaning to do this. It's just, I don't know, man. It's been meaning to do a video about how I feel about stuff here lately. Just, and I don't know, like a person, like a human's eyes aspect that way, I guess is what I'm saying. It doesn't really pertain to color or anything like that. I don't do that type of stuff. What I'm saying refers to everybody. So pretty much what I want to do is get into this video by starting out is, most of you that don't know me, my name is Michael McDaniel. I'm 28 years old. From when I was a kid to now, I can honestly say, and this video is going to have PG language mixed with some rated R. I mean, I'm not gonna be like crazy cussing and stuff, but occasionally it might slip out, and sometimes it just needs to be said to explain how stuff is today. Pretty much from the time I was a kid to being an adult, I already noticed, like when I was about 15 or 16, how fucked up the planet truly was. Like everybody in general, not the planet itself. Everybody is so focused and worried about one another's color. Like they can't get over the fact that somebody's white, the other guy's brown, this guy's black. You might have a orange colored guy over here. I mean, myself, I've never seen what the actual problem is. It's the same shit. Like if I cut my hand and another person cuts their hand at work, it comes out the same damn color. I've never been a person to judge anybody by their color. I don't look at you for the way you dress. If you're a good person, you're a good person. If you're a piece of shit, you're a piece of shit. I mean, it's simple definition. If you act like a piece of shit, you go around and hurt people for no reason, then yeah, you're a piece of shit. But if you're a good person, you work your ass off, you're not out here robbing, killing people, whatever you got to do to make your money. As long as you're not robbing, killing people, hurting them for no damn reason, I don't see what makes you a bad person. But it's just the world is so fucked up these days. Nobody wants to forget about the colors for once and just like come together. Everybody's so focused about the fucking color of one another's skin. I think personally it's fucking stupid. I have a black family member. He might be adopted. I had a guy tell me that before. He's like, he's adopted. I looked at him, I was like, bitch, he's still blood. I don't give a shit if you're adopted. We grew up together, bro. You're family. Like straight up, you're family. I don't care what color you are. You could be a damn alien with 12 tentacles and razor sharp teeth. If you ain't trying to eat me, I ain't got a problem with you. Discrimination is fucking stupid. And as of here lately, it seems like the shit has just flared right back up. And on top of that, no offense, they can take it how they want it, but the U.S. government and all these other governments aren't helping the situation any. They're not telling their people to calm down. You got people out here trying to escalate wars. They're like, oh, we built this bomb. So what they're telling you is you can waste millions and billions and trillions of fucking dollars going to war, but when it comes to the fact of the matter that a big ass space rock could come and kill everybody on the fucking planet any damn day, we can pretty much do nothing because everybody's too worried about whose bomb can kill more fucking people. Like in this, anybody that knows their shit, excuse my language, like I said earlier though, it's drop the controller. Anybody that knows their research knows that in this past year alone, how many damn asteroids have flew by the Earth and shit. So you mean to tell me in a sense that if we were to go to war with one another, we could completely annihilate the shit out of each other's countries, but if a big ass rock comes we can't do anything to stop it. Nobody on the fucking globe has a contingency plan. They're like, oh, maybe we could bump it off course. A thing that's traveling 30 to 60,000 miles an hour, you really think you could fucking bump it off course? The only way that would feasibly be possible would be to like use guided control rockets, grab another rock and try and hit it, but even that'd be completely fucking challenging. Hey John, I'm pretty good. I'm just putting up this video. I've been meaning to put it up for a while. It's just my views on the world today. And then I'm gonna get into some gaming. But it's just, yeah, I don't get what it is. Like, they see the history. It's written in books. I mean, over the past years, humans have been around for what? A couple thousand years now. There's articles and shit of ancient warriors, humans killing each other. Like, the whole thing of life is a vicious circle. The shit is real. Like, no matter what, it seems like people just can't look over one another's color, their beliefs, or shit like that. Like, if that's what they believe in, let them believe in what the fuck they want. It's their choice. Like, I firmly believe that. Once you're 18 and you're grown, whatever you do in your life is your decision. Even, I mean, it might sound shitty to say, but even if your parents are telling you different, it's good advice 9 times out of 10, but ultimately the decision comes down to you. So myself, I don't see why there's an arms race and not some type of space race instead. Like, set up a fucking defensive shit. Like, they're always talking about, well, what if an asteroid comes that's too big to blow it up? Well, simple. Instead of wasting all your money and putting it into building bombs and shit, like, why don't you try and construct something a lot bigger that could actually benefit in the long run? Like, say for instance, if there's ever, because I mean, honestly, nobody truly knows what the hell is going on out in space, because nobody's ever traveled, because nobody's invested the money to develop the speed to go that fast. But the fact of the matter is there could be solar systems where a star died and send a fucking planet flying off aimlessly. If a planet comes, do you really think we're gonna blow that up? I mean, mind you, Earth isn't that big, so it ain't gonna take much. Look at Earth compared to the other planets in the solar system. But the moral of the story is instead of building all these bombs, these aircraft carriers, submarines, nuclear warheads and shit that could malfunction and blow up on accident and fucking wipe out an entire country and send the entire world into a fucking radiation type winter, why not invest the money into pretty much, John and Aiden, y'all are familiar with the hamster balls, right? I'll give you a second to answer. The little balls that you put like the hamsters in and they run around on the floor and shit. And this is my idea. Like, it's a far-fetched idea because they'll probably never actually invest the money to do it. But why not build a big-ass reinforced type hamster ball that generates its own energy from like the dark matter that's actually in space that surrounds the planet? Why not build something like that, like a big ass hamster ball around the planet with braces that come down and are attached to the actual planet itself? So if something does ever come, you might be able to put thrusters on the shit and at least get the planet out the way faster. On top of that, if we ever got to move away from the sun, if it's being powered by dark matter, we can generate our own heat because we won't run out of energy. I don't get, like, me myself, I'm 28 years old and I can see through this shit. Like, they're like, oh, well, we can't come up with an idea or a theory. The one I just gave you, if I ask myself, I'm not saying that I'm great, but that's a pretty damn good theory. Attach poles to certain parts around the globe, like actually to the ground. And if you ever got to move the planet, have thrusters on the globe type thing. Like I said, it'd be powered off of dark energy. So you wouldn't honestly need the sun. Like, we could make our own lights if we ever had to move away from it. Like, say for instance, whenever the sun becomes a fucking red dwarf, like I'm saying for futuristic shit, we might not be alive to see that, but the chances are, you know, I mean, it's a good contingency plan. I don't get how NASA literally has rocket scientists and they don't see that shit. Like, how do you have excuse my language, but how do you have a PhD to be a jackass? Like, you're some of the most paid people in the world. You're literally paid to design rockets and shit. I don't know whoever they have at their idea table, but they need somebody new. They need to go and let me up in there. I have a very creative mind. I can come up with some great ideas. Perks of the ADHD I have mentally, I can never stop thinking. I'll be playing the game with Aiden or something, and I start counting in my head. I don't know. I've always done it. Even on road trips, I'd be sitting there counting the trees when we drove by them and the lines on the road. I don't know. I've always broke stuff down super fast. I don't see what the problem is. They're like, oh, well, we want to study the asteroids and stuff. There ain't nothing about studying them. How about you work on getting the hell out of the way when they come instead of trying to stop them? If they come by, let them go into the sun. It'll burn them the hell up. You ain't got to worry about them coming through again. If they hit the sun, that'd be nice. If not, that's good too. At least you dodged it. But on top of that, it's just like I said, until people quit acting stupid, countries quit encouraging wars and shit like that, I mean, things are never going to get better. Like, if you ask me, in my opinion, the world will get better when people get better. I'm not saying all people are bad, but as it stands right now, most people are pieces of shit. Like, straight up. It's just how it is. They're like, oh, well, he's black and such and such. How the fuck does it matter what color somebody is? Like, I hate that shit. I get people give me so much shit because I'm white, and it makes me rage so fucking bad because I'm the most anti-racist person I've ever met. Like, I will rage on somebody if they are being racist to somebody. I don't give a shit how many of them there is. I will get straight up in their face and tell them, shut the fuck up. I've done it before. And that's another thing that's wrong with people is motherfuckers don't know when to do what's right. Like, today's day and age, you see somebody getting jumped by 12 people and people start recording. I don't know about anybody else, but I'm the type of person, I'm going to come through and I'm going to bust somebody's head with a 2x4. Like, if you're jumping somebody and people are just recording, I'm going to come through and I'm going to beat the shit out of the people that's jumping the person. And then I'm going to beat the shit out of the guy with the camera for not doing something. I mean, that's just how it should be. Like, why are you recording somebody getting jumped by like 8 or 9 guys? And then the 8 or 9 guys act tough in the video. Like, alright, a little bit of graphic language here, but if you ask me, that's straight pussy. Like, 8 or 9 guys on one, like, how much of a bitch do you have to be? And then you're going to try and act like tough guys when you beat the shit out of the one guy. I mean, it's 8 or 9 on one. Obviously, we see who the pussy is here because you brought 8 or 9 guys because you didn't want to fight the guy alone. I'm speaking from experience because I've had fucking 10, 15 people jump me. I mean, I broke my own damn arm. I elbowed a guy in the jaw and shattered my elbow. Came back to school the next day, they tried to jump me again, and I broke the cast off on their head. I mean, speaking from experience, just like I said, people are pussies. They always jump people. I firmly believe if you have a problem with somebody, you get your ass out there and you duke it out with your hands, one-on-one. The only time I ever say that somebody should get involved is if another person gets involved or somebody pulls a damn weapon. In that case, I don't care if it's my friend or my friend's enemy. If somebody pulls a weapon, I'm smacking the shit out of somebody. Like, there ain't none of that weapon shit. Everybody wants to act like a tough guy. Do like they did back in the day. Get out there with your damn hands. I mean, that's just speaking from experience. I don't give a shit. That's just my opinions. Like, this is my views on things. Anybody that checks out this video, I appreciate it. I hope a lot of people do check it out. I think I am kind of wise at this kind of shit. Everybody's like, oh, well, what do you see yourself as? A human. And they're like, well, what color? I see myself as a human. Everybody's a damn human when it comes down to it. It don't matter what color you are. Like I said, you can be orange, pink, green, yellow, blue, whatever the hell color you want to be, and you can be the coolest person in the fucking world. And I don't know, man. A lot of people just don't see it like that. You got 60, 50, and 70-year-old people people of all ages, even around my age, people still acting stupid and racist as fuck. Like, as of here lately, the racism boosted right back up. And seeing as how I'm fucking white, my wife's Latino, my cousin's black, I've already dealt with some problems over it. I didn't get into no fight, but I damn sure let it be known ain't nobody gonna disrespect my wife. It resulted in a guy running because I was about to kick his ass. I refrained from it though. I controlled myself. I'm not the old me. The old me would have just like drug him out of his truck and beat his ass over what he said to my wife. But the new me is trying not to be a violent person. Well, I'm not a violent person, honestly. It's like I've always said. I'm actually a really nice person. Just if somebody ever puts their hands on my wife, I'll fucking destroy them. Straight up. I don't care how big they are. You could be, I'm 6'3", you could be 7 foot, 8 foot. I'm coming at your big ass. You ever touch my wife? Straight up. I don't give a shit who you are. You could be Shaquille O'Neal. We gonna get after it. No disrespect to Shaq. Fucking legend. Fucking big ass motherfucker. I don't know, man. That's just how I was. I was raised to never. The only time, I gotta admit, I've hit a woman once in my life, but the crazy bitch had it coming. It was my brother's baby mom, and I didn't even do shit. I walked in, they were drunk arguing. I asked what was going on. The bitch turned around, punched me, and stuck me in the arm with a pocket knife. That bitch straight up punched me, stuck me in the arm with a pocket knife. I was about to pull the pocket knife out my arm. I wasn't even gonna hit her then, but then the bitch pulled it back out and went to stick me with it again. So yeah, I smoked her. I didn't hurt her, but I knocked her drunk ass out. I don't care. I don't believe in hitting women unless that crazy bitch is trying to stab you or kill you. Then yeah, I mean, I'm not saying beat the shit out of them, but give them one, put them down. Not permanently, just give them like a 20-minute nap. Like I said, there's no excuse to hit a woman. If they're punching you, kicking you, scratching you, whatever, don't never hit a damn woman. You're a man, you can restrain them. There's no necessity to beat the shit out of them. I don't see the point of it. Everybody knows you're a guy, you're stronger. Get over it. There's no point in beating the fuck out of a woman. Everybody's like, oh, they want equal rights. Women want equal rights when it comes to being treated as a human. They don't want equal rights when it comes to physicality. And guys know that shit, but all that shit is like they're trying to give guys an excuse to be able to beat the fuck out of their wife and nothing happen about it. I mean, I'm just saying, I'm the type of person, I don't care where I'm at. If I see a guy beating the shit out of his wife, I'm gonna whoop that guy's ass. If I get in trouble and I have to do whatever, I mean, I'll do it. I'm not going to stand by and watch a guy beat shit out of a woman for no reason. Now, if they're fighting and they're going crazy, that's on them. But if it's just a guy beating on a woman for no reason, yeah, you're going to deal with me today. That's how I was raised. Don't hit a woman unless that crazy... It's like my mom even told me, don't you ever hit a woman unless that crazy bitch is trying to kill you, stab you, or some shit like that, or hit you with a vehicle. Then yeah, you have a right to hit them at least once and calm their, like, get their ass down to the ground or whatever you gotta do. Like for my instance, when that crazy bitch stabbed me. Go figure, it'd be my brother's baby mom. I wasn't even fucking doing anything. I just got home from work. Walked in, they're drunk arguing. I'm like, what's going on? I get punched and stuck in the arm. I shrugged it off. Bitch wouldn't stick me again. I knocked her ass out. She's lucky I even shrugged it off after she punched me and stabbed me in the arm. And when she pulled it out, wouldn't stick me with it again, though. Yeah, that's all she wrote. I melted her. I didn't even hit her hard either, though. That's how you know she was drunk. This is a video. Brown, where is your wife from? My wife, she's from Mexico. But yeah, I mean, I'm not saying that I'm the smartest person in the world. I'm not saying that everything I'm saying in this video is right. But what I am saying is I definitely think I have some good ass views and ideas on what should be done. Because in the past year alone, it's like I'm saying, every every time that an asteroid flew by this past year alone, it's not even the full year yet. There's been like at least fucking 6 or 7 already that were a decent size. If they would have came this way, it wouldn't have been good. NASA came out and said straight up, they have theories. They have no foolproof plan. I have just fucking given you one. It might not be the most detailed, but it's a frame. It's something to start building on. Build the fucking hamster globe, attach the man-made post, ran from the globe all the way down. Yes, it might be a hell of a distance. It might be expensive as fuck. But in the long run, if you add thrusters on that and could really figure out a way to make it where it can be powered off of the dark energy, because I mean it's energy, why the fuck can we not siphon it? Because nobody's invested enough money. NASA has asked for it and it's been denied every fucking time. NASA just needs people with better plans instead of wanting to go and explore the moon and all this other shit. Like, I believe in exploring Mars though, but the moon, we've been there, done that. Head to Mars, start colonizing. They've already said it's possible to start an atmosphere. It just takes some highly expensive equipment, but they said straight up colonizing is possible because there's ice capsules on Mars. If they grow like gardens and pretty much greenhouses, like inside the tents and shit on Mars with enough trees eventually, and release it, it'll create an atmosphere starting to melt the ice, making water. I mean, it's fucking common sense. I didn't graduate high school because I had priorities. Like, it might sound stupid to say I had priorities, but I really did. My mother got cancer 3 times. I dropped out. I started doing homeschooling. I was working my ass off and taking care of her, and on top of doing my schooling. I finished my homeschooling. I got my GED that way. I don't get how other people don't see this. It's like I'm saying, I'm 28 years old. I didn't even go to college. You have literally NASA fucking rocket scientists that can't come up with the damn idea that I just came up with. And true reality, like I'm saying, it might be hell of expensive and it might run into risk and shit, but if you're able to at least create something like that, so like I'm saying, we could stay in the same fucking orbit that we are around the sun right now. Just if something comes, speed up a little bit, get the hell out the way, and have it powered off dark energy, so in case anything ever happens with the sun, not in our lifetime, because it might be longer than that, it could be tomorrow, nobody ever knows. Nobody's been there and tested the sun and be like, oh, it might blow this and this, because you're going to be extra deep fried crispy fucking chicken by the time you get even close to it. The fact of the matter is, if it's powered off of the dark energy, if something ever does happen with the sun and blows the fuck up and we gotta get away and at least find a new sun or some shit, literally the earth could generate its own energy if they made the tech that surrounded it, the globe, smart enough. I mean, they have all this AI and shit. Why can't they do that? Like, why can't we generate our own heat? As long as we can generate heat and make our own lights, we're fucking golden. Like I'm saying, just reinforce it, heavily armored, lots of thrusters so you can drive it like a fucking car pretty much, and give it weapons. So like if you're ever traveling, trying to find a different star or some shit, long ass distant time in the future, you at least have weapons. So if there's ever like a big ass swarm of rocks and you can't get out the way, you could at least attempt blasting through it. I mean, it's not foolproof, but it's at least an idea. But at the same time, if you make it where the thing travels quick enough, why not? I mean, they can already go so fast with the NASA launch rockets now. Why the hell can't we amp that up? If I'm remembering right from what I studied in school, all it is common matter, common earth energy, and dark matter to create light speed. Like, why have they not worked on this? They're like, oh, well, it's risky, it's dangerous. Making a fucking nuclear warhead ain't. Like, straight up, y'all build these bombs that if one goes off, an entire country's dead and the entire world is in a fucking radioactive winter. But you're gonna say that developing light speed for better purposes than going to war is dangerous? Like, when I heard him say that, I just kind of looked at the TV. I was like, what? Are you fucking stupid? And then at that point, I realized, they are fucking stupid. I don't know, man. I don't know what the hell is wrong with the world today. I mean, shit. They ain't learned off past experiences. Look at all the ancient civilizations that were fucking found dead and all this shit that went to war. If you do the research, they actually figured out that the ancient civilizations of humans, they found radiation on the war grounds. And pretty much they fucking nuked each other. But it's like I'm saying, nobody learns from the fucking past. They just want to reanimate it, relive it every fucking time. Life is a vicious circle. Grow, get powerful, get technology, instead of worrying about the fucking planet. Hey, let's bomb each other. Let's all be fucking stupid. I'm just saying that out of every country, it shouldn't be ran like that. If you ask me, the presidents shouldn't have the right to be like, oh, let's go to war. That vote should come down to the country itself, because if a motherfucking country gets bombed, it's not the president that's getting bombed. It's not these richy people hiding in their fucking bunkers. It's not none of them. It's the civilians. It's us out here. Us that don't have a bunker. We have a fucking basement. What good is that going to do when a bomb drops? None of these countries have built bunkers for their fucking citizens. They haven't done shit. It's like I'm saying, if anybody asks me straight up, they don't give a fuck about us. They give a fuck about the money that we make them. By working, producing all the shit that they want. They give a fuck about what's going into their pocket at the end of the day. Name one time that the governments of any country in the world gave anybody shit. Like shit. Tax refund doesn't count. You're entitled to that. I mean, that's taxes you pay throughout the year. Technically, you're giving them money throughout the year just for them to give it back to you at the end, like, thanks for the loan. I mean, I don't know. That's just my opinions. That's how it is. It's how it's been. I don't know how long it's gonna be that way. Probably longer than my lifetime, y'all's lifetime. It just depends when people can get their head out of their ass and see shit for what it really is. Like, this is just my opinion. But, okay, I guess I'm going to end this video here. I'm going to start up live streaming gaming. Yes, Aiden, you can get in before you ask. John, feel free to come watch. Anybody that checks this video out, if they get mad at anything I'm saying, I'm sorry that you got mad. But at the same time, I'm not going to change anything that I said. I feel very strongly about everything I said. Like, instead of being dumb enough to kill one another, bombing each other's countries and shit, focus on saving the planet. Everybody thinks everything's such bullshit. Like, global warming's bullshit. An asteroid hitting the earth is bullshit. Like, people just don't realize how real the risk actually is. They don't get it. And global warming isn't really, it's not as bullshit as everybody thinks. Like, what the hell do you think global warming is? Everybody's like, oh, it's when the earth heats up. No, it is, but it isn't. It's not completely that. That's a part of it, but that's not fully it. What global warming is when the earth heats up, and when the ice caps melt. What's causing the ice caps to melt is all the nasty motherfuckers throwing their trash in the ocean and shit. Because it's contaminating it, it's killing fish, and it's changing the fucking sea's temperature. Because you gotta think, you have all these plastic bottles sitting on top of water. What happens when an empty bottle sits in the sunlight? It gets hot as hell and starts putting out a lot of heat. So when you have hundreds of thousands of plastic bottles in the ocean because nobody can recycle their shit right, what do y'all think's gonna happen? I mean, that's why the ice shit has been melting. Everybody's like, oh, it's just natural. No, it's not natural. It's been proven that humans affect the damn global warming. And at the current rate, it ain't gonna be good when all the ice melts. Shit like Florida, all the coastline cities pretty much, all that shit's gonna be gone. If those caps ever melt fully, that shit's gone, dude. That's a lot of water. Those motherfuckers are big. Like, picture it. Antarctica melting. The North Pole melting. Anywhere where there's ice melting. Imagine how much water that's going to be. But, alright, I'm going to end it there. Get into a stream of Realm Royal where I actually play. I appreciate everybody stopping by. John, Aiden, everybody else who stopped in, checked it out for a hot second. We're getting up out of here. We're going to get back in on killing some chickens.